2025 is right around the corner and it's time to plan for your best year yet. Whether you're looking to glow up physically, mentally or emotionally, this video will give you the ultimate guide to crush your goals and become the best version of yourself. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos in 2025. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! I can't believe that it's already 2025. I feel like 2024 just absolutely flew by, but I absolutely love this time of year because I feel like everyone's fresh, everyone's thinking of their goals, thinking ahead to the future and thinking how to make the most of their 2025. If you've seen a lot of my videos previously, you know I am a planner. I might not always be the most realistic when it comes to plans, which is one thing that I have realised when planning for this year, planning for 2025. I have realised that every year I always do a vision board, I always set my goals for the next year and I kind of review it monthly, but last year's goals were just so unattainable. One of my goals for last year was to do a handstand and I think I tried that once or twice and then just kind of gave up and then just never revisited it. So I've got a vision board and goals up there that just kind of set out what I wanted from last year and they just weren't attainable. So I've been thinking about it a lot over the Christmas break and thinking, how can we maximise, how can we be the best version of ourselves in 2025, having very realistic and efficient goals and basically mapping out the path to become the best version of yourself in 2025. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So go grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, hot chocolate, whatever you like, glass of water, and let's get into the video. So like I said, I really like setting out goals and just a plan for the new year just because I feel very motivated and I feel like it really sets a good tone for that year. And then when you look back at the year then afterwards, it's really nice to see your vision boards come to life and your goals come to life. And when I think about and set out my goals and look at my vision board, I always like to think about it in categories. So the few that I focus on, which I'll go through with you in this video, are physical, mental, financial and social, and those are the ones I'm going to be using today and talking you through today. So if we start off with physical, you probably know from watching my videos I do love going to the gym. I have gotten back with my trainer recently. One of the things obviously that you discuss with your personal trainer is your goals for the next year or your goals just in general. So some of the goals that I was talking her through were I really want to get a pull-up. I'm doing the half marathon again this year and we were discussing high rocks, whether or not that is actually going to be a thing this year. It's a potential, but who knows. But just overall the fitness we want to improve, flexibility and mobility, and the cardio as well. The cardio is always a struggle. But yeah, we always discuss our goals and I feel like that's an ongoing conversation. I think it's really important to set those clear goals so you know what you want to achieve. So especially now with a lot of people starting freshly in the gym and thinking, right, this year we get on track, I think it's really important to set realistic and achievable goals and then you can do some research around it. I like to obviously speak to my PT. Better than that, you look on Instagram, TikTok and Pinterest as well to look at what exercises might benefit you and help you to achieve those goals. You also want to be really careful because one of the things that I used to do was say, yes, I'm going to train 6 times a week. That was just not going to happen. That was going to happen when I was in university. That was completely fine because a lot of the time I'd have half days or I'd have days where I wasn't in university. I was working at one point 3 jobs as well, part-time when I was in university, but it was quite easy because I was doing them in the morning or on a Saturday, or I could pick and choose one of my jobs as well. So it was very easy to, around studying from home, attending lectures and going to work, it was very easy to fit gym around those. And then I was trying to keep that up when we came out of COVID and then moved into working in the office, and I was getting so frustrated with myself thinking, why can't I keep this up? I ended up changing my day slightly, and then when last year I decided to incorporate running for half marathon training, I did get on with that routine for a while because I was mainly running on Sundays and I would run on a Sunday and then have lunch with my friends and then go to the gym afterwards. So I was having a bit of a double session on the Sundays, but I was still trying to fit in those 6 days of being active and then 1 rest day, which I just think was too much. And you really have to look at your schedule, like your lifestyle, your work schedule, how much downtime you need. Obviously you don't want to overload yourself and cause burnout like that because that is what I was doing last year. And you have to remember as well that it is all about trial and error. So last year I was trying to figure out how to do a few runs and balance that with weight training, and so we're continuing with that this year. And with my PT we've got 3 sessions a week and it's uppers, lowers and full body, and then sometimes I'll fit in some cardio in the gym, sometimes I'll fit in running, and it's just trying to see what works best for you and your body and obviously listening to your body as well. to make sure that you aren't hitting that burnout, you're not overdoing it. So for a bit of inspiration, my goals this year in terms of fitness are to have a sub 25-minute 5k. I also want to get an unassisted pull-up, and then with improving the running time as well, I'm hoping that that'll improve my half marathon time, because last year I did it in 2 hours and 33 minutes, so hopefully this year is going to be a bit quicker. And other than that then, it's just muscle growth and definition. Another thing that I'm considering this year is nutrition and sleep. So sleep is a very important one. I have a very bad tendency to doom scroll right before bed. I know some people put their phone on the other side of the room. I'm not there yet, but I have been making a point of getting back into my evening routine. So I have a glow tea before bed. I'll do my goals, I will do my plan for the next day, I will read for a little bit, and then I found myself recently where I'm getting back into my gym routine as well. I'm getting a bit tireder and getting back into work. I'm feeling a lot more tired, so I tend to fall asleep quite quickly after that. And if I really struggle then as well, I listen to podcasts on Spotify, like sleep casts, and I find that that really helps as well. Also nutrition. I tend to eat a lot of processed foods. Last year I was eating so much, and just because I was doing so much exercise around that as well, I thought it was a balanced diet. I kept saying to my family, it's a balanced diet, it's fine. That is one of my goals as well for this year, is learning how to cook, and my brother's helping me. I made a sausage pasta the other day, which I was really proud of. I know how to cook. I can't really cook very well though, so I want to improve my cooking skills. I feel like everyone knows the basics when it comes to cooking. I struggle slightly, but I'm going to try and improve my cooking skills and practice. Eat healthier. Once again, I love looking at inspiration on Pinterest and Instagram and TikTok, because I see a lot of high protein recipes, healthier recipes. We made something the other day, my mum and me. They were wraps, but we put them in the Ninja to like air fry them for a little bit. But it was turkey slices, scrambled egg, avocado, tomato and onions. And it's just something healthier like that for lunch, because I was going to Tesco. I was having Tesco meal deals so much last year. So it's just getting out of those habits as well and getting into that routine of making my own food, knowing what's going into my body, eating less processed foods. But I think it's just focusing on healthier alternatives as well. Another thing I want to do this year is to have a complete clear out of my wardrobe. I have a very massive sort out, see what I want to keep, donate, all of that, because I feel like I'm reaching for the same things. Don't get me wrong, I have been looking into getting some more timeless pieces. So I did actually place an order with Zara. I was trying to be good, but it was in the sales. We couldn't resist, you know. That's another one of my goals for this year, is not to spend as much money on clothes. We're looking into timeless pieces. We're looking into quite basic pieces to get that capsule wardrobe. I think I said this at the end of last year, is that I am finding my style a lot more recently. I just feel like now's the time I know a lot of people last year were getting it sorted, seen so many things about the spring capsule wardrobe, summer, winter, all the capsule wardrobes. Now is my time to try and invest and just sort that out, so I don't have as many pieces as I do, because every time I feel like I have a sort out, I bring out at least 40 pieces and my wardrobe is still chock-a-block full. So we really need to be a minimalist in 2025. So this year we're also focusing on having that capsule wardrobe, having these basic pieces that we can style multiple ways, because there's a lot in there that I feel like I only wear as a specific outfit. I think it's alright to keep a few pieces that are like that, but you do want that versatility. I do have some content creators that I do follow for all aspects of what I'm talking about in this video. In terms of fashion, some of the people that I follow are Sophie Malls, Yasmin Davenport, I think it is. There's Lauren Sarah, there's Helena Critchley. There's so many people that I follow. Like I said, I'll pop them all in the description box just to give you some inspiration in terms of meal prep, nutrition, fitness. In terms of glowing up mentally then, I think a key part of 2025 is the mindset shift. You've got 2024 the plot, 2020 thrive is what they're using now. And I think it's really important to focus on learning and embracing challenges and turning any failures or mistakes into lessons. So this year I really want to be a yes girl, so embracing anything that life throws in my way. For example, the half marathon, the race for life, the Pretty Muddy Run. An opportunity has just come up recently to do a skydive, and you know what, you're never going to get that opportunity. You never know when the opportunity is going to come knocking again. So you might as well just say yes and do it, unless it's something that really scares you. I feel like it's a very good opportunity to step out of your comfort zone, because you might find something that you really enjoy. So for example, last year I joined this club, and through this club I learned about another club called Running on Empty. That was a running club, and it was last March I think it was, and I was starting out my running journey. I remember the year before I was in Cardiff Tegan and we went for brunch, and it was the time of the Cardiff Half Marathon. We were like, oh my god, everyone's so crazy. I just tried doing the Couch to 5k and I really didn't get on with it. And then fast forward to January last year, I was like, do you know what, stuff it, I'm gonna book it, I'm gonna do the Cardiff Half Marathon. Had no idea what I was doing, obviously failed Couch to 5k, and someone introduced me to Running on Empty and they were like, well, just have a go, see how it goes. You might enjoy it, you might meet some new friends. It was so good. It was a really nice routine to go on a Sunday. My friends from Cardiff came down to come and join me, but it was really nice to step out of my comfort zone, go to this club with people that I don't know before, and it was a really nice community there. Also being open to more adventures. So one thing I'm trying to do is, if I see something that I want to do, I am trying to be more open with my friends about it. So some of my friends last year did the 3 Peaks challenge, and I really thought that was a good idea, and I just didn't really say anything, so they enjoyed it, made a really nice trip out of it. So I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone with some of my other friends. Anything I want to do, just say, right, would anyone be up to this? See who's keen. It's actually proven to be really nice so far, because a lot of the things that I'm interested in, they seem to be interested in as well. So like I said, with the 3 Peaks challenge, we're not doing it all at once, but we will do it throughout the year, and a lot of people have shown interest in that as well. You never know what could happen. You might be interested in one thing, and as soon as you raise it to your friend, they might also be thinking the same thing. I think it's very good practice just to try, and anything you fancy doing, just run it past your friends, run it past your family. Someone's going to be keen, someone's going to want to do it with you, or even going on your own. Stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things that you think are going to make you happy. It's really important just to embrace that, because I guarantee it'll make you so much happier. On that note as well, I really think 2025 is the year that we are going to be productive. I tend to procrastinate quite a lot, but this year I will not be procrastinating. This year I will be good, I will be honest. I know a lot of people use digital planners or Google Calendar. I really like using my calendar, my notes app. Well, I tell you, I've got my daily to-do list. I also have a diary that I focus on, just to make sure everything is in order and to keep your goals and track your progress then as well. And I really find it's helpful to keep that calendar as well, keep that diary, so you kind of know what's coming up in your life, to know then how to adjust your plan. Going back to fitness, when I said you've got to look at your personal life and your work life to see, can I actually realistically fit in 6 training sessions this week? Well, like I said with my work, I had a few days where I was working double shifts or back to back, so no, you're not going to have those 6 days of fitness in there, but you can work around that, and seeing that in advance, you can then plan your week out a bit better. And for being productive as well, like I said, it is a big mindset shift. So last year, a lot of the time, if I really wasn't feeling up to something, I just wouldn't do it. And I did have some days like that over Christmas where I just woke up late, I had a late night, woke up late the next day, and then just watched Netflix all day. But I just really didn't want to do anything. I just felt really lazy, and just that was the day then. So I felt like it completely wasted the day. I'm trying to get out of that mindset. If I start off on the wrong foot, I just need to quickly change that into positivity. I did see something recently as well though, which really kind of hit home and kind of has changed my mindset as well, is sticking to the plan and not sticking to your mood. My friends are very good in helping me stick to plan and helping me with my motivation, because sometimes I'll just get home from work and I'll just be really tired. I'll do something as soon as I get home, maybe have dinner, and then I'll wait a little bit and be like, do I really want to go to the gym? So like last night I was like, do I really want to go to the gym? Do I just leave it? I can do it the next day. But I did see this thing and said stick to the plan, not to your mood. Obviously listen to your body. If you actually really physically don't feel up to it, if you're really sore for example, don't do it. Take a rest day. But if it's just like, oh, you know, I've been chilling on the sofa, I don't really want to do much, could go to the gym, but could also just stay on the sofa and watch another episode of Grey's. And I messaged my friend, they were like, you can do it, you can go to the gym today and you'll be really happy that you did. It was also leg day yesterday and I really didn't want to do leg day, but we did it and we felt better for it, and the gains will be there for it. And that's just one other thing that we haven't put off, because another one of my friends were like, if you put it off, when you actually do it and get around to it, it's probably going to seem a lot worse than it is. So yeah, this year is all about being productive, and there's so many different ways of being productive. Obviously, like I said, I really like my little to-do lists. When I was studying, I really liked my, is it the Pomodoro technique, the tomato timer that you can get online? You can either do 25 minutes or 50 minutes, and then it'll give you like 10-20 minutes break, so it just kind of breaks up that session for you. You can also do that for things like tidying your room, and also creating playlists. That definitely helps. I did see another thing, that the vibe for 2025 is just dancing out Meredith Grey style. So I made a playlist, and basically if I'm ever feeling in a slump, then I've just got music to dance to, and you know what, it lifts the vibes like that. It lifts your energy, it lifts your spirits completely. We went through a lot of stuff last year, and some of it still creeps up this year when you just don't expect it. And as soon as you start feeling sad, you pop the playlist on, you're dancing, you're fine, you're happy, you've moved on. So it definitely helps. If you're listening to a podcast and you're really getting into it, build it on a habit. So habit stack and make it so that you're tidying your room, or you're going for a walk, or just any healthy habit that you want to include. Build it with something you already enjoy. It's also very important to consider your mental health, because you could be doing everything else right, and if you're not prioritising, if you're not scheduling time to look after yourself and to look after your mental health, it's kind of like an unbalanced scale. It's just not working. Running and gym definitely helped with stress alleviation for me. I was initially using Headspace, but that stopped working for me. The sleep meditations, the sleep podcast, they have been helping because I tend to think a lot about, well, everything in bed because it gets to quiet time and you're not focusing on anything. So all of the unanswered emails, anything that I've just randomly thought of, conversations unsaid, anything, they all come into here at night. So having music on very quietly, relaxing music, or the sleepcast definitely help, and reading. I also schedule in my weeks to self-care days. So I have my Sunday scrub. Sunday has always been a self-care day. I'd have a complete body shower, I would do a face mask, on the odd occasion I'd do a hair mask, early night, prep for the next day. It would be really, really lovely. I also was doing face masks on a Wednesday then as well to kind of break up the week, so I had 2 dedicated sessions for self-care. And sometimes it's quite good to just book it in your calendar. So if you have like a free hour, just put something in there. And because it's in the diary then, you don't really want to cancel it. A lot of people last year I saw were taking themselves on dates. If you just need a walk to clear your mind. For me, going to the gym, my mum bought me a colouring book for Christmas. So just having that time to just clear your mind, relax, just do something to help you unwind. You can also look at things like Netflix series or Prime videos, whatever you choose to watch. But if you find a series that you're watching or a movie, just take some time to watch that series, watch an episode or a few. Maybe do a face mask at the same time, or just get your favourite snacks, some water, comfort food, comfort drinks, and just take that time with yourself to kind of check in and just make sure you're okay. That's the main thing, just making sure you're okay. Moving on then to glowing up financially. This is one that I find really difficult because I set random targets. So last year, for example, was I want to save £10,000. I don't know where that figure came from. I don't know why I thought of that, but I literally had about 4 or 5 holidays last year and I was going out a lot with my friends. So that target was just completely unrealistic. It wasn't going to happen. But the financial glow up part of it, there are so many changes that you can make to your lifestyle that would help you kind of save a bit more money, which is what I'm going to try and do this year. Like I said, I'm going to try not to spend as much money on clothes. I say that, I know I've already placed a Zara order, but we're trying to be a bit more disciplined this year. Also last year I spent a lot of money on meal deals, but I feel like those changes that you make there, they also benefit you financially, but also help you achieve your goals. So like I said, I want to start cooking a bit more, start eating healthier. So by not buying Tesco meal deals, I'm being a bit more conscious about what I'm eating and what I'm preparing for myself. So I'm saving money and I'm also achieving that target. There's many ways to help you save. So one that popped up this morning was Monzo it's got the penny a day saving challenge. So today you save 1 penny, tomorrow will be 2 pennies, the next day will be 3, and so on and so forth until it gets to saving £3.65. And I think it says that you'll save roughly about £600 then over the course of the year. With a few bank accounts as well, I know Monzo and NatWest both do this, is if you spend some money, then you can round it up so that if you spend like 37 pence, the other 63 will then go into your savings pot. They offer the option to double it up as well. So instead of, for example, doing 50 pence and then 50 pence, you'll spend 50 pence and then £1 will go into your savings pot. So it's just saving without realising that you're saving. There's also the envelopes challenge, 100 envelope saving challenge. So you grab an envelope, you've got £1 in one, £2 and all the way up to 100. So one day you're saving £1. I kept putting it randomly, so one day I'd be saving £1 and then the day I'd be saving like £97. I also saw on TikTok last year someone did a spreadsheet of their ingoing and outgoing expenses for the month or every month of the year, but I have seen something this year. It's similar. Instead of saying what's coming in and what's going out, what your expenses are every month, you just say what your saving targets are. So for example, I've got one for my holiday and then I've got one for my emergency fund, and you can say what your target is and then say how much you've got already and how far off you are, and then it's got a pie chart which shows you your percentage saved, and then you have 2 columns at the bottom, one of them saying the date and the other saying how much you saved. So I managed to do those the other day. When you see the green going around, I feel like that's going to be really satisfying to keep you on track. But having that savings spreadsheet definitely helps, and I feel like there's a lot of challenges out there. There's so many binders on TikTok Shop or on Etsy even with these money saving challenges that it might as well give it a go now, or just try and change out some habits in your life like I am with the Tesco meal deals, and just making those changes, and that'll hopefully help benefit your finances and help you try and achieve those goals. And then with the social glow up, this is one that I find very difficult because basically with the social glow up, your 2025 glow up isn't just about your health, fitness, wealth, your productivity. No, it's all about who you're spending your time with as well. So we have no time at all for energy vampires. We want to have friends who encourage us, who motivate us, who don't act like everything's competition. We want people who are here to support us and help us grow, just as we're here to help them grow and to encourage them. So one thing that has been a very hard lesson over the last year is to try and put as much effort into people as they are putting into you. So a few of my friendships last year, they might be staying in 2024, to put it lightly, just because I've realised with some of them that you put a lot of effort into the friendship. You might go above and beyond and they'll still find some kind of way to try and tear you down or try and cause some kind of issue or drama. It's not good for you, it's not good for your mental health, it's another stress. Just imagine it as your garden. You want to water the flowers and help the flowers grow because they're beautiful, you enjoy them. Why would you try and encourage the weeds to grow, water them, spray weed killer on them, bug killer, and try and encourage these weeds to grow when they're just going to spoil the rest of your garden? It's just not worth it at all. So we are having people in 2025 who are going to encourage us, who are going to join us in those activities, who are going to help us thrive, and you're going to help them thrive too, and just support each other, because it's all about supporting each other. Everyone's here just trying to get by at the end of the day, so why go out of your way to make life difficult for someone? There's just no point at all. And if someone's trying to make life difficult for you, then why are you trying to keep them in your life? I'm not saying just disregard all of your friends. If they are going through difficult patches, obviously just be there for them. But if you have someone that's just constantly trying to bring you down for no reason at all, then there's no point trying to encourage that friendship or to try and keep that friendship going. They might have been friends with you since you were about 4 years old. If it's not a healthy relationship, if it's a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship, then there's so much better out there. I have learned that the hard way. I've got very solid friends at the moment. They're so lovely, and I've had so many amazing memories with them, and we've got so many amazing more to come. It's so exciting thinking of all the things we're going to do this year. And I know it's hard to try and just not necessarily cut someone out completely, but maybe just reconsider a friendship or try and just take some time away from it and just spend a bit more time with friends and family that are more supportive and are just going to help you. The friendships that are going to nourish you, the ones that are just, you go there and you feel so much better after spending time with your friends. You come home and you tell your family all about it. You're like, oh my god, I had such an amazing time, had such a lovely catch up, instead of coming home from seeing one of your friends and be like, oh, it's okay, like, could have done with staying home. We don't want that. We are being productive, and it's not productive to have friends who are not helping us be productive, or family that are not helping us be productive. So we are sticking with the happy people, the positive influences in our lives. That's who we are sticking with. And if it means, like I said, going out and joining a group so you meet new people, then that is what we're going to do. But yeah, those are my tips for glowing up in 2025. It's obviously very important to remember that it's not going to happen overnight. It is a process. And we are going to stick with the process. We're going to be disciplined, we are going to be consistent, and we're going to stick with this, and we're going to have the best 2025. It's all about the mindset, it's all about sticking to the plan. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope this helped you in some way. It actually really helped me to reconsider a few things while I was planning this video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below and comment some of your goals for 2025, because I love hearing goals. I love hearing what everyone's up to and what everyone's planning to do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye!